MotorUp premium engine treatments and oil additives. Visit motorup.com.au.
Hi, David from MotorUp Australia, and we're out here in Victoria in the beautiful high country at our MotorUp testing facility with our Victorian Rally Champion team of Wall & Shermo. Thought we'd have a chat about MotorUp in the boys' car and then also talk a little bit about MotorUp in other vehicles as well. So let's go over and meet the guys. First, Wall, the inimitable driver.
Thanks, Dave.
And over here,
Shermo,
the inimitable co-driver. Well, a little bit about the car first. Sure. Evo 9?
Yep, 2005 Japanese import Evo 9. Engine's basically standard. We've got Motec engine management, Motec centre diff controller, Rally Art super traction front and rear diffs. Other than that, Proflex suspension and not too many mods. So I think considering it's been over 2 years now since we've had an engine rebuild, really everyone's quite perplexed with it. They can't quite fathom it. The turbocharger has not failed, and we can only put it down to the fact that it must be MotorUp, because everyone has to rebuild engines far more frequently than that.
Yeah, great. And look, you know, I've known MotorUp for a lot longer than you have, and I know the performance characteristics of the product. I know how good a product it is, but you know, we're looking at a very high performance vehicle in a high performance, you know, adrenaline pumping sport, that's for sure. And to hear a driver of your capability, you know, talk about the performance of the product, it has to give people a lot of confidence about, you know, the product and putting it in their own vehicle on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, for sure, Dave, and it's all about maintenance costs, and I believe too, no one wants to rebuild engines, it's all money. So I think for the mere fact to put MotorUp in your car at every oil change, I think it's very, very cheap insurance to make sure that you get no trouble with your car, and obviously longevity due to the great run we've had by using it.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's a fabulous engine protector, and I think from a performance aspect too, that, you know, over the years we've seen dyno testing that certainly lifts, you know, shows that MotorUp does lift the performance. Yeah. In older vehicles over the years we've seen, you know, quieter running engines, smoother running engines, definitely fuel saving. So yeah, look, we know it's a great product. So let's step over and let's look at a couple of other vehicles that people ask us about on a fairly regular basis. Let's go over to this turbo diesel first of all. G'day Shermo.
G'day Dave, how are you?
I'm well. Hey listen, a lot of people ask us about MotorUp in four-wheel drives, and particularly turbo vehicles and particularly diesels. For this particular vehicle, being a diesel, being a turbo, we certainly recommend the MotorUp Extreme. Why MotorUp Extreme compared to the original engine treatment, which is still around, is that the Extreme is really designed for high performing turbocharged vehicles, the newer type vehicles on the road, the high performance, and particularly the diesel loads. And certainly MotorUp Extreme in this particular vehicle will undoubtedly improve the performance and provide amazing engine protection in this car.
Because that is a question that I do get asked from many a friend, is that with the diesel engines, does the MotorUp work in the diesel engine? Absolutely.
Look, MotorUp's fine for virtually any vehicle at all. It can be a standard petrol engine, it can be a diesel engine, it can be a turbo, it can be a normal aspiration. But
even one that runs on gas?
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, because MotorUp's working on the inside of the vehicle. MotorUp's providing the lubrication properties of the very sophisticated higher end lubrication properties which protect the engine and give a smoother running, quieter engine. I mean, MotorUp actually works like, if you want to say, a bit like the old lanolin or Vaseline on baby's bum. It performs a water penetrating, very, very fine microfilm of super lubricant which protects another layer under the oil. And it's fabulous. You know, a little later on we'll try and do another little clip and show people the properties of MotorUp really in a glass of water. Might be a bit hard to do, but we're going to give it a go, because when you see MotorUp poured onto, say, a 20-cent coin in a glass of water, you can actually see MotorUp forming to its little globules as it does, and it drops to the bottom and attaches itself to the clings to the actual 20-cent coin and the metal in the coin. No other product does that. Any other product. I mean, we've had a look at this today ourselves. We've tested 3 other products, leading products on the market, and none of them actually provide that metal clinging property that MotorUp provides at the bottom of the engine.
So Dave, where do people go to buy this product?
MotorUp at the moment is www.motorup.com.au. and that's the best place to get online at the moment because it's fairly new back into Australia. MotorUp's been around for many years, currently sold in 51 countries, more than 16 million units sold worldwide, so it's a very long established product. But in Australia recently we've brought it in, we're selling it online, and look, people can buy the individual bottles or they can buy value packs for which include a fuel system cleaner, an engine cleaner and a transmission treatment as well. Okay, let's step over and look at another pretty common vehicle, a little Mazda 3, and show what we should put in that. Well, the other thing a lot of people ask us about is, how easy is MotorUp to use? Do I have to change my engine oil? And particularly a lot of ladies who say, hey, we love the idea of protecting our engine because we love our vehicles and we like to do that sort of thing. But hey, we don't want to go through all the mess of having to change engine oil. One of the great things about MotorUp is, no, you don't have to change your engine oil. Because it is a super lubricant, because it forms another layer of protection, all you have to do is add MotorUp to your current oil. Yeah. Very simple. For this particular vehicle, little Mazda, we're going to use the original treatment. Again, not a turbo vehicle, not a super high performance vehicle. My recommendation, the original motor treatment. Right. So look, all we do, we just add it to the oil, just a bottle of MotorUp straight in.
Okay, we'll do it now.
And that will actually give around about 80,000 kilometres worth of protection.
So Dave, it's just a matter of taking the oil filler lid off the engine and empty the entire contents of MotorUp into the rocker cover.
That's it, simple as that. That's all you do. Pop the cap back on and that's your MotorUp engine treatment, and that's your engine protected beautifully for around about 80,000 k's.
And that's it.
Simple as that. No mess, easy to use, nothing hard about it. The other great thing, and as we've said, you know the performance of MotorUp in your vehicle. I know the performance of MotorUp over many years. We guarantee the performance of this. If somebody feels and believes that they're not getting their engine protection, after 90 days, they're more than welcome to send the empty bottle back and we'll refund the product in full because we have absolute confidence in the product.
Couldn't be fairer than that, could it?
So look, it's a money back guarantee on the product. We know it works. It's a fabulous product, and with you guys performing so well in the rally championships, putting it in your vehicle, it says a lot. So look, hopefully we've answered a lot of questions about the product today.
Congratulations, Dave. Thanks very much.
Thanks indeed.
Thank you.